Going to the men's winners final. This will be the last final of the day as far as I'm aware, and this will decide who will be leading Slalom-X after the first day of competition in this discipline. Jordi Vonk's in this final, Preen's in the final, Dowdorf, Franz, Iachino, Vrieswijk, Mortefon and Mercer. In the overall standings, Tati Franz is leading with a second and a third, so he's on 5 points. Pierre Mortefon in second place with 6 points. Jordi Vonk on 8 points, and Mateo Iachino on 9.7. Maciej Rakowski was on 10, but he's obviously not in this final. He will miss out. Then we have Dowdorf. So there will be, I think it's pretty much who beats who between Mortefon and Tati, but if Jordi Vonk's a few more ahead of him, it could make a difference.
Even Ingmar, I think Ingmar won it and the others were back.
He'd need a few things to line up for that to happen.
Yeah,
I mean, Mateo Iachino has got a chance as well. If Mateo was to win it, you know, Tati was in 6th, you know, and there would need to be some real big things happening, and we'll try and work those out as this race is going, because at the end of this opening day of Slalom-X, we will definitely have someone at the top of the leaderboard. We just don't know who it's going to be yet, and this elimination will decide it. I have a feeling it's going to be Tati Franz, Pierre Mortefon or Jordi Vonk. I think Mateo might be a little bit too far back, and he would need a lot of things to go his way. But when the discard comes in maybe tomorrow, that's when things could change once again. So 30 seconds towards the start. We've got Jordi Vonk in the middle on the white sail. That's Jordi. Second from the bottom, we've got Pierre Mortefon on the Phantom. Then we've got Mateo Iachino right at the bottom on the red Severn. We've got Amado Vrieswijk in the middle on the Severn with the Future Fly logo. Black sail, obviously, like I said, Tati Franz. Up the top end, it's Benoit Mercer on the red Severn. On the Neil Pride is Nico Preen. And I think that is all the riders as we go. Dowdorf right at the top as well on the GA. It's a great start down that bottom end for Nico Preen. Really good start for the German. Jordi Vonk is giving it a good go, but so is Pierre Mortefon. He knows if he wins this final, he will be leading the overall rankings and the World Tour rankings. Oh, and Nico Preen getting a little bit loose there as he's challenging with Pierre Mortefon as they come into this first mark. It will be Pierre Mortefon that goes around the speed loop here. First place. So Pierre Mortefon, Nico Preen getting loose, Jordi Vonk getting all sorts of shapes here. Tati Franz is holding on as they come through, and he is giving it all as well. He knows if he gets a good result here, he could be leading. One-handed jibe, Mortefon round, Tati Franz round. These are 1 and 2 in this competition so far. Nico Preen in 3rd. Then we've got Jordi Vonk in 4th place. And here we go, coming into the dreaded sausage. There's been not many mistakes from the guys in the final. Could this be the first time we see someone slip up? Who will enter over first? Oh, there we go. Mortefon over cleanly. Tati Franz over cleanly. Nico Preen's over. And look at Mateo Iachino accelerated over that. Dowdorf, not a nice one from him. Slows up a little bit. But round in first place, still Mortefon in first, Tati Franz in second. Mateo Iachino is coming through the pack here.
That's
up
amazing
into third
place.
place.
He was miles back at the beginning.
Ridiculous speed from Mateo Iachino, challenging Tati Franz as they come into this third mark here. Wow. Pierre Mortefon, though, he looks like he is loving this Slalom-X discipline. Change of sponsors this year. He's on the Phantom Sails and FMX boards in the Slalom-X discipline, and he's definitely doing them proud right now. A win in Pozo, and he should be leading at the end of day number 1, or the opening day of Slalom-X here in Fuerteventura, but it's definitely not over. Round in first place, and Mateo Iachino has moved up into second place. Tati Franz is in 3rd. Again, this fight is definitely not over. Mortefon still out in the lead. Mateo Iachino in second. Tati Franz, it's all about these top 3. They are going to definitely be fighting out this point. If it finishes like this, Mortefon will be leading at the end of day 1 and lead the whole world rankings lead. But Mateo Iachino knows when that discard comes in, he will have the advantage. So Mateo Iachino is keeping the hammer down. A second place would be a solid result. But Mortefon makes it round cleanly. Mateo Iachino makes it round cleanly. Tati Franz is, he's got Benoit Mercer right behind him, and he's going to challenge him here, but it's not going to make any difference to the top 2. Tried and tested These two, they've had plenty of battles, and Matteo Iachino looks like he's got a bit of speed on Mortafon. He's caught him up all the way around, but Mortafon is cruising right now, and he's going to cruise down this finishing reach to take the third elimination win, which will put him in overnight lead here in this Slalom-X discipline and leading the world ranking still at the end of the opening day. There he goes, punches the sky. Mortafon wins it. Second place, Matteo Iachino. Third place, Tati France. A great race from Benoit to come up into fourth place. And Tati France just bails out over the finish. Amado finishes, then Nico Preen, then Jordi Vonk, and then Ingmar Daldorf.
So what does that say? What's the overall then?
Overalls will be Pierre Mortafon leading. It'll then be Tati France, just 1 point in it. Mortafon will be on 6.7 points. Tati France will be on 8. If he'd have finished second,
they'd be tied.
He would be.
Well, no.
He would be still missing by 0.3, but it would be nothing in it. So it doesn't really change too much in terms of he couldn't have won. If Pierre won, he would be leading.
Matteo hops up into third.
Matteo, will pop up into, he'll have 11.7 points, but the discard is looking nice then. But he's still got that 9th hanging over him, whereas Mortafon will have a 4th, and Tati France will only have worst race result would be a 3rd.
Yeah.
You know, and as we've seen,
so he
one
can't afford
mistake,
to make a mistake. Yeah.
It's pretty hardcore, isn't it?
Yeah.
Pretty hardcore when you see Maciej Rakowski was out. You know, the next round could prove that we have one loaded heat in the early stages.
Yeah.
Because we've lost a couple of big names. Cedric Board is, another guy who could cause some problems out early. You never know. They could end up in the same heat. And this is just a recap of that final. Oh, there was some... Tati just did not back off, did he? He did not back off at all. Lovely jump from Mortafon and Tati France. All the three guys. Oh, look at that. Matteo Iachino absolutely took out meters on the rest of them. He didn't slow down at all.
We saw that a couple of times in Pozo where he just sent it into the jump rather than tried to get over it, and that was the difference. But what a race. I mean, I've got to say, what a race from Matteo. To come back, that start he had was absolutely shocking. He was covered by everyone. It's so hard to get out of that position. You've got nowhere to go. You're in all the dirty water. You're like one knot less straight away. And then somehow, look, he comes back, gets second, and
I think he's got the confidence now. It would not surprise me if Matteo Iachino goes on to win here in Fuerteventura, which would mean he would be the world champion. It really wouldn't surprise me. Not the best start with that, not making the final, but just looking, like you say, how well he raced then to come back.
I mean, I think if there'd been one more reach, he would have been...
He was pushing. He was pushing. But Mortafon is definitely the one that holds the cards. Straight down to the beach for the interview.
Pierre, amazing win. Talk us through the race.
Yeah, it was hardcore. It's the hardest we did today and this year, even harder than Pozo. The qualification were definitely not easy, but I get used to it. The chop is massive going out. The wind is really, really strong. And it's not easy, but I like it when it's not easy. I knew that Matteo going to push. He's also super strong on those conditions, and it's important to have wind. So I pushed at the start, and the first switch was pretty fast, I think.
Yeah, so how fast were you going?
37.5, I just checked. Now it's...
Ben loves those stats.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but I'm happy. I'm same speed on the foil and on the fin, so it's great.
That's insane. What's the secret to going so fast in these crazy conditions?
You need to go. You need to go. I love those conditions. I train a lot. The gear is amazing. My board is like sticky on the water and flying in terms of speed. The sail, I have a lot of control, so it's great. That's the secret.
It's been awesome to watch. Well done, Pierre, and good luck tomorrow.
Thank you.
Yeah.